The only person you're destined to become is the person you decide to be. Why am I not able to get the result that I deserve? Show of hands if you've ever asked this question like me at least once to yourself. I'm pretty sure from all the talks that we had today, there's one question that drives all of us. How can we have 100% in our business, career, relationships, finance, health? And it disturbs all of us. Despite having the skills, the socio-economic background, the tools, innovation and technology, many of us are on this journey where the results that we require are not achieved. There's something missing, a triggering factor, a question, an unbreakable code. But then how is it that some are able to break that code and achieve world-class results? I believe the answer to this question lies in one of the greatest battles fought in the history of mankind, World War II. Maybe for the first time, machines, technology, under the destructive thinking of one man, was creating chaos. Lives were getting lost. Machines were on the rise. It was no longer machine versus man, but machine with man. Military strategy messages were shared by the Germans to their naval bases using now radio communication. And it was perhaps the first time that data encryption or security was implemented while transmitting radio communication. And this disturbed the Allies because they were not able to find out what was exactly being transmitted. The Germans rightly called this code the enigma code. Enigma. Mysterious, difficult to understand. Like the different problems we have in life. Like what your wife is sometimes telling you. The reason why the Germans believed why the enigma code was unbreakable was because of the machine that they used to generate this encrypted code called the enigma machine. Now, let me break this down. The enigma machine could be set in 15 million combinations. And the great thing that the Germans would do was that they would change the setting every single day. So there was no point or no opportunity for a human being to sort or to find out what the code meant. Let me put that in man hours. If 10 men worked on breaking the code, a minute a day, 24 hours in a day, 365 days a year, it would take them 20 million years to break the code. So the task was there, and that's why it was considered unbreakable. A little bit detail on the enigma machine itself. As you can see, it's a combination of mechanical and electrical subsystems that vary electrical circuits. So I know that sounds a little gibberish for the non-engineers in the room. If I was to press the letter W, it would go into the enigma machine, the rotors would do their thing, and out comes a different letter. I press the same letter again, the rotors are set in a different order, and out comes another letter. So there was no way to understand what the machines did unless you had your own enigma machine or you knew the settings that the Germans were working on. The British put together a team of mathematicians and cryptographers under the leadership of Alan Turing to break this code. And now here lies the secret to breaking your enigma code. Alan Turing decided that a problem created by a machine cannot be solved by a man. A machine is required to solve the problems created by a machine. Luckily for him, he decided not to start from scratch. He said, if there is someone working on a model, let me just take it and improve it. The Polish mathematicians were working on a model which they were able to send to the British before they were attacked by the Germans. Alan Turing just managed to improve the design and come up with an electromechanical device that automated the settings of the enigma code. Because every day that they would delay would mean lives lost. It took them just 5.5 months to build from scratch to this machine. Historians say that finding the cure or the answer to the enigma machine or inventing this machine helped to reduce the World War II by 2 years, saving 14 million lives. The machine went on to be used by many researchers and inventors called the Turing machine. Today we call them computers, smartphones. I'm sure in this 15-minute speech you have looked at that smartphone at least 2 times. It's become such an irreplaceable part of our life. My son asked me the other day, "Dad, are we poor?" I said, "No, what gave you that impression?" He said, "Then why don't I have an iPad?" That's the kind of world we are living in, and it would have not been possible if not for the genius of this one man. Perhaps one of the most underappreciated innovators in our time, who is known as the father of computer science and artificial intelligence. So ladies and gentlemen, the mystery ends now. How do you apply a story from the World War into your own life to crack the enigma code? Start with a reference model. We all are in a hurry to be innovative, to be different, and at the end what happens is we frustrate ourselves, because man is a legacy machine. There was a time where all we needed to worry about was hunting, bringing food on the table, but today we are worried about relevance, the impact we create to society. So it's easier to start with a working model and bring in your own flavor, saving you hours and days of effort. You cannot do it alone. If man works with man, we will be able to solve many of the challenges that we face. And I guess this room itself has enough of knowledge, enough of data to solve many of the problems, including sustainable cities, smart cities, better education system, how to bring the connection between arts and engineering. So many thoughts shared here today. Such a powerful platform. Seek not perfection, only look for improvement. We generally, this is a question I'll ask. Practice makes perfect. Wrong programming. Because if practice made perfect, we would all be perfect, and iPhone wouldn't come up with an X model. So strive for improvement, not for perfection. Human communication. For as long as I remember, it's been my dream to stand here on a red dot like this, sharing my thoughts on humanity, thoughts that have inspired me, making you laugh, weep, think, and maybe in some way influencing your behavior. But I thought it was just something that is not possible for me. I looked at the great people and I said, wow, I wish I could do that someday. But a chance meeting with an individual changed my life, because I saw what he was doing at the level that I wanted to do. And all I had to do was reach out, shake his hands and say, "Will you teach me?" And he said, "Why not? Just follow what I tell you and we'll get there." He created an awareness in me regarding vision, goals, dreams. He took me to his room one day, of course, with good intentions. And there I found the design to crack my enigma code. He called it a vision chart. He said, put on this everything that you ever want in life, and find people who are doing it at that level at which you want to do, associate with them. Pay even if you have to. It's taken 20 years for me, from the day I cried the first time I had a public speaking opportunity, to be standing here on a TEDx platform. Something that I put on my vision chart in 2015. And it would have not been possible if I tried to do it all on my own. It was because of individuals who had already done it, who were able to guide me to reach there quicker. Ladies and gentlemen, even if you forget everything that I told you today, I want you to remember this: that if breaking a code ended a war, then why fight the battles inside? If the results that you seek are out there, then why think about problems and hide? If people have achieved the results, the task, why don't you just reach out and ask? Machines may have caused disruption, but man will always conquer all with sheer determination. Seek not for perfection. It's a pursuit, not a destination. Embrace the journey and see your transformation. Whatever you seek in life is out there. Just go out and get it. The only person that you decide to be is the person that you can be. With mentorship, guidance, and the guidance from above, the enigma code of your life, whatever it may be, I'm sure you will crack it. Thank you.